IVM. Hey everyone, welcome to the Positively Unlimited podcast. I hope that you have been tuning in regularly to this new series of A to Z that is all about relationships. And I hope that it is helping you make those tiny changes in the way you are reacting and responding in your most prized relationship. Well, today's word is quite interesting. It's I for insecurities. And when I was about to sit down and record this episode, I decided to do a Google search, kind of open the dictionary and check what does the dictionary say about this word? How is it defined? And well, I got two definitions of it. One says uncertainty and anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence. And the other one says being open to danger or threat, lack of protection. Now, those who know me will know this, that I always say that emotions have a function. They usually are either protecting you or then showing you a limiting belief or that which is limiting you. Well, when I read the definitions of insecurity, the dictionary meanings of it, that's exactly what it says. One is highlighting a limiting belief, a lack of confidence, whereas another one is protecting you. It's showing you where you need to up your guards. Now, for a moment, think about insecurity and these two meanings, where one says that it's uncertainty or anxiety about oneself, lack of confidence, and the other meaning is being open to danger or threat, lack of protection, and put it into context of your relationship, of your love life. So here's what you're going to do. Grab a paper and pen. Yes, I know it's been a while since I made you write something, but today you grab paper and pen and you write down all your insecurities. Now be aware that a fear of something may not be an insecurity. So for instance, your partner talking to other women or other men, and that making you feel insecure about yourself. That's an insecurity. The fear of your partner cheating on you is more like a lack of trust rather than an insecurity, but it depends on where it's coming from, right? So whenever you say or think, I am insecure about this, that is what you want to put down in that list. Make a list of whatever you define as an insecurity, and then ask yourself this. Is this insecurity stemming from a lack of confidence? Or is this insecurity stemming from a lack of protection? Do I need to raise my self-esteem? Or do I need to place boundaries? That is how you counter insecurities. Yes, literally in making that list and asking yourself whether this is an insecurity that is showing me lack of confidence or lack of protection, in two simple steps, you have also figured out a way to counter your insecurities. If it is a lack of confidence, work on building your self-esteem, your self-belief, your conviction. If it is lack of protection, then you know that you need to start communicating to place healthy boundaries or to build the trust between you and your partner. Like with all other emotions, especially negative emotions, the mistake that we make is to spiral down with it rather than countering it. But if you recognize that every emotion, positive or negative, has a function and a purpose, it is a messenger that is coming to either give you a friendly advice or to teach you something. If you can look at your emotions like this, then you can start countering it and responding appropriately rather than reacting inappropriately or reacting impulsively. So when you feel insecure if your partner speaks to, other women or other men, ask yourself this: is this lack of confidence or lack of trust? Am I worried about not being good enough? Am I judging myself and comparing myself and saying I'm not good enough and hence my partner is going to be attracted to somebody else? Or has my partner done something that is making me feel like he is going to let me down or cheat on me or betray me? Which one is it? Where is it coming from? Now, whichever one it is. So say, for example, if it is about you comparing yourself to these other people and saying that he's going to get attracted to somebody else, that is lack of confidence in yourself. But you want to also ask yourself, is your relationship with this person so weak? Or is this person of such weak character that he will give up on a commitment and give up on a relationship that he is emotionally invested in? And I know I said he, but this could easily also be a she. If you and your partner are emotionally invested, then it's not that simple that he's going to look at somebody else or she's going to look at somebody else and suddenly get attracted to them overnight. So what can you then do to feel more secure in your own self? Because at this point of time, you are creating drama that is unnecessary instead of working on your insecurity. If you're wondering why I use the D word, listen to the episode called Drama. Now, on the other hand, if you are insecure because there is a lack of trust between you and your partner has displayed weakness of character, your partner has displayed a tendency to let you down or betray you, then you need to be placing certain boundaries and asking your partner to work with you to build the trust between the two of you. However, if you are not trusting your current partner because you've been cheated on in the past, then that is drama and insecurity that you need to be working on. Instead of taking the lessons from that previous experience and growing and evolving, you are placing the blame and the entire responsibility of taking care of you and keeping you safe on your partner. I'll also say this to you. If you are single and listening to this particular episode, and you are somebody who has a box full of insecurities that just pop open every time you start dating somebody, you want to reach out to a life coach and you want to work on those insecurities. You want to do what you have to do to build your conviction and your self-esteem, as well as change the unhealthy mindsets and habits that these insecurities have led you to develop. Being possessive is an unhealthy habit that stems from an insecurity. Getting extremely jealous is an unhealthy habit, unhealthy reaction that stems from an insecurity. Seeking constant validation, yes, that favorite V word, again stemming from insecurities. It is not your partner's duty or responsibility to put your insecurities at ease. It is your duty and your responsibility to work on your own insecurities and to evolve through them. So before I sign off from this episode, I'm going to leave you with one more writing exercise. Just as you identified your insecurities, right at the beginning of this episode, that little exercise that I made you do and made you list down your insecurities, next to your insecurities, also list down the reactions that you are throwing out when an insecurity gets triggered. How are you reacting to this insecurity or to these insecurities? Once you have listed down your reactions, start writing down a better and appropriate response that you will practice and implement next to each of those reactions. For example, if you are insecure of your partner getting attracted to somebody else because you lack confidence, and if your reaction in that moment is to throw a tantrum and to fight with your boyfriend or girlfriend, then an appropriate response, an example of it, would be to take a deep breath, ask your partner for a hug, ask your partner for some kind of action that makes you feel slightly secure and a little more loved, and allow yourself to sit with your insecurity and rationalize it on your own instead of dumping what you are feeling on your partner. So that's an example of that last bit in the exercise that I've just shared. On that note, I'm going to head out of here. But you want to listen to the next episode that's coming out because that is J for jealousy. Also, a quick reminder, all previous episodes of this podcast are available on the IVM app and IVM website. You can also connect with us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handle is IVM Podcasts. And if you are enjoying this series of A to Z, which is all about relationships, DM me on my Insta handle, which is Positivity Angel. I look forward to hearing from a whole bunch of y'all. Till the next episode, catch you later.
I hope you enjoyed that show. If you aren't following us on social media, please do. We're IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I also just wanted to ask everybody if they could go to the website ivmpodcast.com/survey and fill out a quick survey for us. It would be much appreciated. What a week we had this week. We had so much crossover, so many great guests. I don't even know where to start. Okay, yeah, I do know where to start. Let's start with Uncle Please Sit. Uncle Please Sit, Joel and Tushar had Hamsini Hariharan. Hamsini hosts a show called States of Anarchy with their network. She is a China expert and they discussed the India-China relationship. Really fascinating conversation. Cyrus had 2 conversations this week instead of our normal Thursday Cock and Bull. Great conversations, both of them. We'll be back with our regular Cock and Bull next week. But this week, you could definitely check out the conversation he had with Varun Grover. Really fascinating stuff. And Nikhil Taneja, who was the founder of Yuva and the creative director for the India Film Project Festival, which is going on this weekend. He was on the show as well. Cyrus was also on Advertising is Dead this weekend with Varun Dugirala. Cyrus and Varun discussed Cyrus's intent on randomness. Ranveer Brar guested on Gauri Devi Dayal show. This rounds on me. Another amazing conversation over there. Priyanka Khimani, one of the best IP lawyers in this country, was on Storytellers and Storysellers for a fascinating conversation. Definitely do check that out. And finally, I wanted to congratulate Zarina Poonawala for her 100th episode. She had Ashish Vidyarthi as a guest on that. If you have not been listening to the Empowering series, please do. It's one of the great shows out there. And with that, I hope to see you again next week.
Whether you're an established sports person or a budding one, or simply a sports enthusiast, join us, Tanvi and Shlok.
We are 2 passionate pro badminton players talking policy, mindset and everything sport.
So tune in to The Millennial Athlete every Monday.
Only on the IVM Podcast Network.
Trust us, it's gonna be lit.